Next up, Al Pacino. The acting legend has starred in scores of cinematic classics from The Godfather to Scarface. His most recent thriller, 88 Minutes, hits theaters tonight. Chris Cuomo sat down with the Oscar winner for a rare interview.
All the big movies, all the big characters you've played. What is the impact on you?
I was honored. I got the Lifetime Achievement Award, and I saw all these pictures put together, and they did all these clips of movies, and I remember getting up and saying to everyone in the audience, I wonder why I'm not in rehab right now. And so it does have an accumulative effect on you. You think you've seen all this stuff in front of you, and you know you've lived through it, but you sort of forget it. You forget things.
So many of the movies, you think Dog Day Afternoon, Serpico, obviously Scarface. How common is it for someone to come up to you and give you a line, give you a scene, pretend they're Tony Montana?
Oh yeah, well, a lot with Scarface, because Oliver Stone wrote Scarface. So those words, and that's one of the perks of doing it, was to say Oliver Stone's words, because when he's on, he can write like. And I think that it's odd when people remember this you know, like the most insignificant, you would think, most insignificant line, like, "Can I go now?" You know, I don't know what that means, but they come up to you, "Can I go now?" Is he talking to me? You talking to me? That's another movie.
Yes, got it.
De Niro's.
Thank you.
You talking to me? No, he does it really well.
Does it mean more to you to be in a movie with the De Niro?
You know, you're always geared, believe it or not, you're more geared to script than you are even to director or co-star, or you sort of look for that usually, unless you like Paul Newman once said, if you just wait for what you like, you'll work every 5 years, you know.
How do you pick projects? Looking at the movie we're talking about today, 88 Minutes, what draws you to a movie like this? How do you assess Mr. Pacino?
Well, you sort of, you don't know, you invariably make the wrong decision. You sort of pick something or you turn something down, and you're going with the glow usually of how you're feeling at the time, what's happening in your life. That becomes an integral part of the way it's a wonderful luxury, because you can, I'll sometimes do a picture because it's close to my family or my kids in
proximity. Well, you have the twins.
I have 3 children. Yeah.
Which leads to a little bit of a digression, but a relevant one. You like Dancing with the Stars. People are surprised by this. Pacino likes dancing. But in fairness, a little bit of reading into your background, a lot of theater, a lot of musical experience. Yeah. People don't know that about you.
Yeah, well, I started a musical comedy, and that was in junior high school, and we have no kinescope of that. No. There's no recording of that thing.
Oh, we do. That's this whole piece.
Oh, no.
Okay.
We'll wait for that.
But I was struck by how much action work you do in the movie. You're running around this whole movie, running like crazy.
Yeah. It's called tape. They tape you up. They tape your arm. They massage you for 2 weeks, and then you go. One take.
One take. Yeah. Really, what was the glow, as you say, about this film?
I guess you don't know. You sort of say, well, I see this as an action film, as a thriller, and you think, well, like you make the mistake. They usually make the same mistake as, oh, I can do it. You start with that one, and you get in there and you try to do it. But what I enjoyed about it was we read it aloud, and I thought, well, maybe if this is a kind of a ride, that's what I saw it as. This film is a kind of a ride. That I like a character who has that kind of, who's driven by something.
I mean, this movie, it flies by. The clip is great because it does set up what the vibe of the movie is. There's something going on very close to you, but you never know quite what or with whom. Let's take a look and listen.
Jack, it's a common enough name. It doesn't have to be your sister's. It's just a coincidence.
It's not a coincidence.
Jack, I'm losing you.
Shelley?
Have you found out who my phone is registered to by now? Poor Kate. You still feel guilty about her? You feel guilty about falsifying evidence? lying under oath. Tick tock tock. You have 79 minutes to live.
Tick tock doc. That will be the haunting.
I like that they rhymed.
Do you believe you still get better at your craft?
It's an empty canvas for me, and as long as it continues to be, it's a fresh painting. That's how I look at it. I really don't want to know much about anything. It's the first thing I've ever done, because that's the way maybe I'm just lucky to be in that position. I am lucky to be here anyway, so I mean, but I think the idea of approaching each role like you've never done anything, and you never have done this particular part before. And that's the reason to keep doing it, you know, because you sort of find yourself in the various roles you play.
Mr. Pacino, thank you so much. Good luck with the movie, 88 Minutes.
Thank you very much.
Coming up, spring has finally sprung, and we're zenning out your garden with the latest in outdoor accessories guaranteed to turn your backyard into an oasis. The Luck of the Irish, the artist who brought home the Oscar for Best Original Song this year for their independent Irish musical Once, will perform it exclusively for Good Morning America Now, coming up.